A warning to our more sensitive viewers.
Yeah, you read that title, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All right. So, what the pedophiles like to do is they like to rev their cars very loudly so that you can't hear girls screaming, like little girls screaming. It's like a cancellation of a very high pitched noise. So, like a girl screaming with like a very loud, low pitched noise, like a car engine revving. And then like subsequently, like they'll flash their like lights in your eyes to like blind you, to like, make sure that you don't see that they're raping kids. And now apparently Toronto police, and I'll say this again, and I'm going to be very explicit and very clear about what I'm about to say. The Toronto police, the Canadian Toronto police, are complicit with the rape and the pedophilia of children and women. Yes, they are. You do not trust them. You do not respect them. You do not give them anything. You don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't like try to get yourself in trouble, but you like the respect is gone now. Now that I know that they're about raping kids and shit, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Canada is lost, okay? They've hired pedophiles as police officers. All right? They want to rape little kids, and they're proud of it because they know that if you accuse them of, their proclivities without evidence, that they can come back at you, and then they can, like, the repercussions. And the only time this shit ever gets solved is when they're facing charges. So, like, case in point, that one Toronto City police officer who was like raping like all these women and shit, you know, decorated police officer. Yo, man, I used to think I could trust the cops, so no, man, they want to rape kids. They want to rape them. All right, don't fucking get it twisted, man. Fuck the police. Fuck the police, man. Get your weapons, work out, and this is what we're gonna do from now on. We're going to get all the girls. We're going to prevent cops, bitches, um, the red pill, the no fappers. You know who I'm talking about. Like basically all these guys out there who are basically trying to tell everybody else how to get girls and shit while they don't have a fucking clue and shit. And then on top of them, all these guys trying to show off. Oh, yo, check out my sports car. Yo, check out my this, my that. Man, they just want to rape kids, man. The whole time, the whole fucking time, dude. So let me like take it back, like a little bit, a little back in time for you, okay? So back in the day, there was this guy called the pedophile poacher, right? And he used to catch up all these guys, man, all these guys, and he wasn't racist about it, even though like brown mans, right, like Punjabi man, Sikh man, be getting like fucking booked by this guy, like fucking fresh off the fucking boat, fresh into the fucking country, trying to rape up some kid, and the cops be watching that shit and jerking it to it. Yeah, man, the Toronto police want to rape kids, rape them. Make no mistake about that. All right? When they want to shine their fucking high beams, flash it in my eyes, they want to rape the kids. You do not respect the cops. You do not respect the police. In Canada, the cops are garbage. Okay? They protect basically de facto dictators. They're just de facto dictators. Let's be honest, right? Like the fact that the Liberal Party has um a majority for some reason in Canada, even though like all of their policies are unpopular. The rising, grocery store prices, housing prices, gas prices, all the fucking prices, man. And then on top of that, all the tariffs that we get from the United States and shit. Because, like, let's be honest, the real reason that America is giving Canada all these tariffs is because all these fucking retards are coming into this country, right? And they're, on student visas or whatever, and Canada does fuck and all about it. and then they come into America and they fuck this shit up in America and shit too. And like you have to understand that like America, despite the fact that like even though they're the neighbors to the south of us, like population density wise, they are 5, 10, 15, 20 times. Like it is a ridiculous number amount the amount of human beings that exist in America because it's just that good of a country. You know, the freedom to bear arms, all the, you know, national parks and all the reservations and shit. Like, you know, I liked Canada for as long as I could. All right, but I'm just gonna have to come out and say this. Canada is one of those things where people have to go out of their way to give praise to a country that is basically nothing. It's just nothing. Okay? Like, I used to think that it was more than it was, but we got pedophiles here, we got child rapists here, we got pedophiles and rapists in the police, you know, the police precincts and shit, the Toronto police precincts and shit. And now it makes all the sense. Like, why do we have a buyback program with guns? It's because the Canadian Toronto police are so fucking retarded and incompetent that they can't even fucking do their jobs. Like, why are you even paying your taxes for? You know? Well, I don't live in Toronto, so I know more, but like, still, right? It's a both, man. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna give your money up to the fucking cops, man? I'm telling you straight up, like, when this guy was like fucking, you know, pulling me over and shit, and it's all because it's like, yo, he was shotting me in the fucking face, and all I said to him was, yo, go get shot, piggy. And yo, man, man's be like a fucking bitch, right? Like, you want to start shit with me, right? You want to start shit with me. You want to rape kids. You want to rape kids. But you can't handle it that I gotta fucking stand up for them fucking kids. You gotta fucking rape them, huh? You fucking rat, fucking cop, pig, rat fucks. Alright? I want everybody out there who's listening to my channel. If you're on the fence about committing crimes in the GTA, Greater Toronto area, you're on the fence about that? No. Just go out and do it. Like, at first I was just like, you know, it's like, save it. Your life is more important. But like, yeah, fuck it. These guys want to fucking rape kids anyway. So like, what? Why should I fucking care? If you want to go out there and you got to get things done, go out there and get things done, man. That's how it is. Like, these cops are so incompetent, right? We have a car theft problem. We have, you know, a robbery problem. You know, armed robbery problem. Like people, you know, with guns, you know, jumping in houses. Close to cop precincts, too. Like, these guys are fucking retard-ass incompetent, okay? Because they're just too busy jerking off the fucking child porn and shit. And I know this for a fact now. Like, yo, Samuel, right? Pedophile poachers crawled so we can walk. He walked so we can run. He ran so we can fly. Right? And now that he's not around anymore, because all these fucking pedophiles are just coming out of like, oh, my human rights. Oh, it's so discriminatory. I shouldn't be able to rape kids. Like the fucking pedophile rat fucking cop pig ass rat fuck that I am, huh? Go out there, commit crimes, do what you gotta do, get it done. Okay? Canada is lost. They want to fuck little kids. They want to commodify little kids. They want to groom little kids. They want to send people over here into this country fresh off the boat to rape these kids. And you know what? All these adults, they're so capable of persecuting you, of like making you feel like shit. But just remember this. Just remember this. They want to rape kids. They don't deserve your respect. Ladies and gentlemen, I might come off as sounding a little bit like, you know, desperate or angry or whatever. I am a little bit angry. Like, I got pulled over for fuck all, no reason and shit. Like, these fucking guys want to rape kids. And there is a clear, like, distinction that we have to draw, like a line that we have to draw between us and them. So, this is how we're going to do it, right? And like, yo, if you want to take the sides of pigs, go for it, man. Enjoy getting your fucking kid raped and shit. They're gonna like, yo, fucking be sexually like, you know, punctual at the age of like fucking 10 and shit. Fucking retards. But like, this is how we're gonna do it. Okay? In Canada, we don't fuck around. Okay? If you are about this, this is how you're gonna do this. Take your money. Don't pay your taxes. Take your money and go to the States. Go to Europe. Go wherever the fuck you want. Okay? Now Canada is going out of its way to try to like make sure that leaving the country is going to be more expensive. That's only like a one-time expense. Just try to understand like one by the time like everybody else derelicts this country, because we're not the first. Like I'm not the first person to like see the writing on the wall and say, look, this is a fucking lost cause. I've been voting for Pierre Polivier for like 3, 4 elections now. It's just not happening. Okay, the liberals have a majority, so this is the way I see it. Okay, get your money up, go stateside, go Europe side, go Singapore, go. Well, Singapore is actually pretty hard because it's like, good luck getting a citizenship there. Like, you got to be like, zero crime, like, you know what I mean? Like, zero, like, let's just, like, perfect, squeaky clean record and shit, and then just like, it's the hardest, like, passport to get. So, but that's probably like the worst example. So, like, if you gotta go to Japan, if you got to go to Chile. I actually got it wrong. I actually thought that Chile was in the northern peninsula. It was around like the Caribbean. No, it was actually close to Venezuela, Argentina. Man, I'm stupid. Whatever, dude. I mean, this is how I see it. It's just like, um, you know, we're all gonna go out and make more for ourselves, right? Like we have Mr. Gabe Newell, who allotted us a game engine. Basically, like we call it a game engine, even though deep down we know that it's more than that. It's physics. Like if you've seen the water physics on the what do you call it? Alex, the whatever thing, right? Then like that it's gonna go like sorry about that, it's gonna go like further than that, and we got to take it like a step further. um Old money is stupid money. Okay, say it with me now. Old money is stupid money. Where these guys get their money from, who are they sponsored by, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, we used to clown people for like getting their money from their parents or like whatever, right? Like inheritance and shit like that. And now we look at those types of people and we're like, damn, we missed them because it's like what we gave it up for. It was like a bunch of fucking retards who can't like facilitate this world. Like they are basically toilet paper. They're just like you just wipe your ass with them and then like you toss. You don't really think about it. And even though like most people like turn around and say to me like, "Hey, you can't talk about people like that. You can't treat people like that. Like, how would you like it if people treated you like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. What are you talking about? That happens to me all the time. That happens to me all the fucking time, dude. People are angry at me because they can't rape kids. The cops are angry at me because they can't rape kids. The Toronto police are angry at me because they cannot rape kids. They probably could though. Like they probably did, as like that one Packy police officer did, was raping all them girls and shit. Yeah, man. From now on, my fellow, well, I don't know if I can call you my fellow Canadians because at this point, we're all like turncoating. We're all like finding our own path out of this fucking shit show. Because how the fuck how are you gonna feel, right? How are you gonna feel when you have to pay your taxes, right? And it's like 13%, if not more, on sales, on gas, on this, on that, and you'll get a rebate eventually when you do your taxes and shit like that, right? Make below like a certain amount, and they'll give you like a little bit of chump change back. Congratulations, you know. And then you look at the Americans and stuff. It's funny how we turned our noses up at Americans. Like, you know, we were culturally told to be like, oh, look at these Americans. They don't have health care. Look at our fucking health care. It's a joke. It's a joke, dude. It's a joke, man. They say it's better than nothing. No, it's not. It really isn't. Like if you're dying, waiting for like, you know, someone to fix you, someone to help you, that's not, you know, good. And it's actually kind of like a fucking robbery and shit. But like when you think about it, they wanted this. They wanted this artificial vote to maintain power consecutively, right? So let's say that, like, you know, if people were more pro bono, if people were being able to defend themselves, like that guy defending himself in his house from the rob, or like a would-be robber and shit, he pulls out like a hockey stick or baseball bat or something like that. Like he just pulls out a weapon and he defends himself, and they arrest him, right? What does that tell you? That tells you that these guys were bitches their entire lives, right? All of them. And even though they know that on the books, like what they're doing isn't like necessary, like look, dude, like you're charging a guy for defending himself in his own house against a robber. Like who knows what kind of like weapon he had, or if he even had a weapon, right? But it goes into more depth about like how psychologically speaking, you know, we all can't be winners, right? Like pigs can't be winners, cops can't be winners. Like we have to understand that, like, alongside janitors, alongside the garbage men, alongside, and these are like the aforementioned have more, like I have more respect for those people. Like I have more respect for a garbage person because it's like, you know, I don't have like the stomach to like, you know, manage to like pick up garbage and like haul it, but I understand how necessary it is, like how essential it is, right? But then like when you turn around and then you see cops just like bending the fucking rules and shit, right? And then like you see the juxtaposition between, you know, the examples I'm giving, like the garbage workers, like the construction workers, like all these other people, like, you know, first responders, like, you know, paramedics and shit, right? And like you could argue that, like, yeah, everybody has like their, you know, off days, or everybody has like, you know, their um moods and shit, right? But how do you feel in a country where you're not allowed to own a gun? Or if you do own a gun, you can't even put bullets in it. Like you have to have the gun and then your ammunition like outside of the gun. Like that's how fucked up it is. So like not only the criminals and the rapists and the pedophiles and the cops get like a fucking head start. They can fucking, you know, go commit crimes and rape all the kids that they want, but you can't even defend yourself against it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, go out there, get weapons. Get bear mace, brass knuckles, um whatever bladed weapons you can shove in their fucking eye. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Just get weapons, man. Fuck the cops. The cops are bitches. They want to rape kids. Listen to me. The Canadian police, the Toronto police, wants to rape kids. Rape kids. Okay? The Toronto police wants to rape kids. All right? So do what you gotta do. Defend yourself. Get weapons. Don't be talking like, you know, mad amounts of smack and shit like I am. I'm only saying this because you guys are gonna be out there thinking like, yo, you can, you know, call the cops and the Fed or whatever, and they'll, you know, fix you up and shit. You know, this is how you gotta live your life. You gotta like be not only looking out for yourself, but like looking out for your immediate family, looking out for your like close friends, your neighbors. Like you don't even need to like your neighbors, dude. You don't even need to like your fucking neighbors. Be like, yo, what the fuck? I don't want this guy around my fucking house. I don't want these people around my house. That type of shit, right? That kind of fucking neighbor. Because like I hate to say this, like there's more pedophiles and rapists in this world that we actually even can calculate. We can't even like get a ratio, an estimate on how many pedophiles and rapists they are. The Toronto cops, these Muslims, and all over the fucking world, all over the fucking world. The Sikhs too. Well, you know, you gotta sometimes take the good with the bad, right?